Fellas, this young lady from Burkina Faso's name is Maryse Traoré. She's a pilot. She's a war pilot. How do you call them? Fighter jet pilot. An African woman, young woman, fighter jet pilot. We need to watch this. We need to watch it. Let's go.
Second Lieutenant Maryse Traoré, a graduate of the 6th co-ed class of the Kadioua Military Academy. She is the very first female fighter jet pilot in Burkina Faso. Let's discover this young woman passionate about fighter jets in this report by Ismail.
Wow, let's go.
This morning, Second Lieutenant Maryse Traoré.
Maryse Traoré, she got some behind her. Look, some behind, right? They're jumping on the aeroplane. You can see a little bit of the. Yes, okay. Let's say focus. Let's go.
Is preparing for a solo flight exercise aboard the Super Chicano. Every step is crucial and carried out with strict precision. With her instructor, she goes over the pre-flight briefing. Then she inspects the aircraft thoroughly, checking every safety point before boarding. Despite her young age,
like not even a commercial airline, a fighter jet, a young lady. No, this is inspiring. Let's go.
Maryse Traoré is the first female fighter pilot in Burkina Faso, a profession she did not choose by chance.
Very first fighter jet pilot, female fighter jet from Burkina Faso. Amazing. The parents must be very proud. Let's go.
The journey is a tribute to passion, determination, and hard work. These are the qualities that propelled her toward a dream she had cherished since childhood.
She's serious. Look at her. She's game. And she's prepared. You can see the face change. The smile is gone. She's game.
I was passionate about airplanes and flying, but my dream was especially focused on fighter jets, ultimately known as combat aircraft. And for two main reasons. The first was the adrenaline rush that comes from piloting fighter jets.
Take a look at Maryse Traoré. Sous-lieutenant. Maryse, lieutenant. What's sous-lieutenant? Sous-lieutenant is the one below lieutenant, however you want to say it. Lieutenant, depending on where you are in the world. Maryse Traoré. Is the magics maybe in the name Traoré? I don't know. Maybe I should name my future child Traoré. I don't know. Let's go.
Adrenaline rush that comes from piloting fighter jets. And also the fact that while there are women in aviation, there actually aren't any in fighter jet piloting. So I wanted to test my limits.
Good looking woman. She's not there trying to take selfies on Instagram to be a slay queen or anything. She's pretty. Look at her. Pretty woman. Let's go.
And to test her limits, Maryse gave herself every opportunity.
I successfully passed the entrance exam for the Praetor Militaire of Kadioua in 2012 as part of the 6th co-ed class. And I also earned my baccalaureate, Science Track D, there in 2019. After that, I received a scholarship to study piloting in the People's Republic of China. There, I trained for 4 years, and in 2023, after successfully passing all my exams, I returned to Burkina Faso to put into practice everything I had learned there.
So she went to China.
The aircraft. The final checks follow one after another. The canopy closes, and the Super Chicano sets off for a 4-lap circuit at 1,000 feet or 300 meters of altitude. This is a necessary step to obtain her license on this type of aircraft. After completing her flight path, Maryse lands the plane.
Impressive.
The exercise is a success. The congratulations from her instructors are well deserved. Now, it's time for the debriefing. This is an essential moment for discussing the flight, highlighting what went well, and identifying areas for improvement.
So the things is, in situation like this, sometimes you find male that get intimidated by women like this. Yeah.
We celebrated the culmination of the practical phase with the solo flight. During the theoretical phase, we saw her enthusiasm for the classes. We also saw during the practical phase her punctuality, her dedication.
But the good thing is Burkinabe people are very serious. They're serious people. Loving, warm, kind. Some of the nicest Africans I've met. Very welcoming. They never make you feel like you're a foreigner. Like, never. In some places, you just say something that discutable, meaning something you can talk about. It's nothing controversial. They remind you already that you don't belong. Like, you just say, okay, I think this road is a little bit tiny. They remind you that you don't belong. You say, okay, I think the bananas are selling it too ripe. They remind you don't belong there. You just say, okay, maybe the potatoes could be bigger. They remind you don't belong there. Not Burkina Faso.
Duality, her dedication, her commitment, and her eagerness to learn. We are satisfied with this performance.
Getting into the plane, becoming familiar with all the screens, everything we see in front of us, starting up the aircraft, handling it, taxiing to take off, carrying out our mission, and then coming back to land.
Mama, this one, if they're going to ask for bride price, some people call it the dot, some people call it lobola. You must ask for a lot of money. You see, in Africa, before you marry your daughter, they have to pay. They have to pay. I mean, back in time, it used to be symbolic, like maybe 2 cows and not a lot, maybe a couple of cows. But now it's business, you know. Does she have a degree? More money. Is she childless or she's still a woman with no child? More money. Did she finish school? More money. She's a pilot, a doctor, a lawyer. More money. More money, my brother. Let's go.
It's always with a lot of emotion and satisfaction that we do this kind of exercise. I can only be proud of myself because it's another achievement to add.
I mean, you can't tell her age, but I feel like she's in her 20s, you know, like mid-20s. No, that's my feeling. We don't have data about her age, but I feel like what do you think?
Self-sacrifice, a sense of performance, and the drive for perfect results are the key qualities.
My brother put his glasses on, you know, to look cool. He put his glasses on. This guy put his glasses on just for this camera, so he can look like Top Gun. Let's go.
That define a pilot. An attitude that commands the admiration of her superiors, for whom competence is the only criterion that matters in the pilot profession.
She has shown through her commitment that she can do the same things as everyone else. And through her results as well, she has managed to stand out. And also, she's someone who knows how to demonstrate professionalism in everything.
Being a fighter pilot in the military is truly the elite of piloting. Whether you are female personnel or not, that's not the issue. Can she do what is intended for hunting? As soon as she qualifies, she is automatically considered one of us.
So there's nothing to do with being a female or not. Is she competent? Is she able, capable? That's all that matters. I love that.
We are very proud because there's some quite critical phases. And if the young pilot manages to master them, we are very satisfied.
Maurice Traoré doesn't just master the skies. As a fighter,
Look at that smile.
she actively takes part in operational missions on the ground, contributing to the reclaiming of national territory. She also takes on various responsibilities within the Don 110 Air Base in Bobo Dioulasso.
Notably,
Look at her. 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 Look at this lady's hair. It's not that fake hair you put. Look at her hair. Is she not pretty? Is she not pretty? I know you feel touched when I talk about hair. Let's not talk about hair now. Let's just go.
notably, she serves as company commander in general resources, and she's also the operations chief for the squadron. So she manages to meet the challenge brilliantly. She has shown that she truly has nothing to hide from her male colleagues.
For young girls with big ambitions,
Tell them.
Maurice Traoré is an inspiring figure, a symbol of self-confidence, determination, and hard work. According to them, these are essential qualities for turning
Look at that
dreams into
smile.
reality.
If you feel the calling of any other profession that you are passionate about, don't hesitate to pursue it. Dare to dream big. Don't be afraid. The world needs bold
Yes.
and determined women who dare to pursue their dreams no matter the obstacles.
Ultimately, one could simply say of Maurice Traoré, for noble souls, worth does not wait for the number of years.
Oh, congratulations to this lady, Maurice Traoré. Very good looking lady, very focused, very present. We appreciate that. We appreciate your work. Here's Burkina Faso on the map. It's a beautiful place, lovely people. Some of the loveliest Africans I've seen. Trust me, my word. Great people. Lovely food as well. Like amazing chicken. They have this chicken with garlic thing they do. I don't know how to do it, but that's crazy. Crazy. I even lose my tongue with that. Burkina Faso is going through the most right now with terrorists in the north. You know, crazy. They need people like this. This is not just a task of male. This is also the people. And seeing a lady like this, she's good looking. She could do anything. She could get married. She could be a slave queen or anything. She chooses something that's very deep, that's irregular. It's impressive. And I think we need to look through this. I mean, if you look at Africa's had pilots, female pilots, in the past. But not a lot of military pilots, fighter jet pilots. I mean, let's look through Africa, see a couple of people that's been very emphatic into the piloting business. The first female African pilot was Lotfia El Nadi, an Egyptian aviator who made history in 1933. Okay, amazing. 1933. She was born in 1907. She was the first African female pilot. Okay, and with that, let's see a few other people that could inspire some of our ladies here. Okay, great stuff. There's a lady from Zimbabwe, Chipo Matimba. In 1996, she became the first female combat pilot of Air Force of Zimbabwe. Congratulations, Chipo Matimba. Good lady, African lady, not scared. We want that. In South Africa, Mandisa Mfeka is recognized as South Africa's first black female pilot, having joined the South African Air Force and completed the training. Amazing. Amazing stuff. In Niger, we have Uma Luali. In 2015, she became Niger's first female pilot trained by the United States of America to assist in counter-terrorism efforts. Well, trained in America, you have to train somewhere. I mean, you need to train somewhere and get the knowledge. You're not going to call people from other countries to come and fight for you, to use their fighter jets to defend you. You need to acquire the knowledge and progress. That's what it is. In Zambia, Tokozile Muwomba. What? Tokozile Muwomba. That sounds South African. You see South Africans, you have brothers all across Africa. To my South African, black South Africans, you have brothers across Africa. Trust me, history has taught us that many Bantus came from a very same area. They came all the way down. You have ancestors upstream. Trust me, your brothers are not just Zulus, Osas, Tswana, Pedi, Ndebele, Tsonga, Venda. No, you have brothers and cousins all over. We need to open up the mind. And I know it's not all South Africans, okay? It's just a group of people, and you know who they are. Group from a specific area that are very difficult with other Africans. Let's continue. Then we have Nigeria. Nigeria, these are fighter jet pilots, okay? These are not commercial pilots. We're talking about fighter jet pilot. Except the very first one was the first female pilot for the Egyptian. For the others, we're talking about fighter jet pilots, combat pilots. In Nigeria, yes, congratulations. Nigeria has some good stuff, eh? We have Kafayat Sani. In 2019, she became Nigeria's first female fighter jet pilot after completing training in the United States of America. Congratulations, Nigeria. Great stuff. We like that, okay? Not just negative thing. We like that. Another lady from Nigeria, Tulolupe Arotil. Also in 2019, she was winged as the first female combat helicopter pilot in Nigeria Air Force. She was partially trained in South Africa. So besides South Africa, she also trained in Italy and some other places to acquire a knowledge as a fighter jet pilot. Rotile acquired 460 hours of helicopter flight, which was an outstanding performance for a combat pilot. She saw actions against Boko Haram terrorists, and President Muhammadu Buhari paid tribute to her skills and bravery. In the fight against ISIS, she was called effective, deadly, and fearless. Amazing. A lady, okay? A young lady that's got so many hours of training, and she was very effective. Harotile held a commercial pilot license and also underwent tactical flying training on the Augusta 109 power attack helicopter in Italy. So she went all over different places to acquire the skills and the knowledge to go fight Boko Haram. However, there's a very tragic story about this lady. Harotile died on 14th of July 2020. Unfortunately, yes, as a result of a head injury sustained in a road traffic accident in a Nigeria Air Force base. That's crazy, isn't it? A road accident, head injury in a Nigeria Air Force base. Not in an aeroplane, but in the Air Force base. Not in the street, but in the Air Force base. She was advertently hit by the vehicle of a former Air Force secondary school classmate who was trying to greet her. Crazy. The way the accident occurred prompted a call of investigation for Nigerians. Others called it suspicious. So what they're saying here is she was hit by a former Air Force secondary school classmate. Former classmate hit her with a car because he was trying to greet her. How do you explain that? People called it suspicious. The Nigerian Air Force revealed that no autopsy was carried out on her before she was buried because the circumstances surrounding her death were clear and there were witnesses who were present during the incident. The force said that her family wanted to move on quickly and did not demand an autopsy, noting that the family were comfortable with the force's investigation. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? It doesn't sit right with me. That's what it is, fellas. Congratulations to these people for the great work, tremendous work they're doing. We salute this lady that sacrificed her life for a nation. It's amazing. Let me know how you feel about this. It's always a great pleasure. And I also want your opinion about the Nigerian lady, the last one. God bless. She was very effective against Boko Haram. Very, very effective.